Okay, so from here, the next thing that you probably want to configure and that may be a little intimidating would be like credentials. So, like I talked about, when we're taking action in an app, which is anything that's going to be externally like outside of n8n, we need credentials to actually access it. Otherwise, um, anyone could hook up to your email and read your emails and send from your email. So that's why obviously you need to authenticate yourself. So we have all this stuff, right? Let's say for now we want to just grab an OpenAI node and we want to just talk to Messenger model, which just basically means we're going to be talking as if we're talking to like ChatGPT. And if you're first setting up, this is going to be blank and it's going to say create new credential. And so every time you're setting up a new node, you have to create a credential, but as you can see, they save. So create a credential, and then you have different things to configure. A lot of times it's just going to be as simple as like an API key, access token. Um, they come in many names, but that's going to give you your own custom key that only applies to you, and it's hooked up to your billing information. So obviously don't share it. But a lot of times it's going to say, need help filling in out these fields, open docs, and this will take you exactly to like how to set up your credentials for this specific node. So as you can see here, it's going to tell you create an OpenAI account, get an API key, here's the documentation, here's what you do. But anyways, like this is my OpenAI account, right? So I have my usage on the left-hand side. You can see I have API keys, and I can create all these different keys. And then here's like what they look like. Obviously, it's hidden, but a lot of times when you create these keys, like let's say I create one right now, and I type in demo. Actually, I already have some demos. I'll just do test March 8th. Oh, that's February 8th, March 8th. Create new secret key. And so I have this key to copy. And look, it says, please save your secret key in a safe place. You won't be able to view it again. So I'd copy this and I'd paste it somewhere else, right? But then I'd go back into here, I'd paste in the key, and then I hit save, and it's going to go green. And now connection has successfully been tested. I'm connected to my OpenAI account, which is linked to obviously my billing. So this is what it's being hooked up to. So if someone gets a hold of your API key, they can just run your credits through. But now I have the access to, choose a model I want to talk to. I can say hi, and then we can test step, and it's actually going to hit the API. And now I got a response back because I connected that account. So it's like I said, it's different for each one. Like if we went to a Gmail, send a message, what you have to do is, to connect your account, you basically will just use OAuth to log in. Before that, you may need to go to your Cloud Console and set up your client ID and secret, which is a little more intimidating. And I think it's one of the reasons why, it's something like Make. People think it's a lot easier because you just pretty much sign in. But here you have to like set up your Cloud Console. So I have a video that I did about that, especially if you're just doing n8n Cloud. It's really not that difficult. But once again, you've always got the option to come in here. There's usually an open docs, but this one's different. So let me see if there's like maybe a Google Drive node where we can like create a credential. So here you go. This is where you need client ID and secret. You'll open docs and it will say, hey, okay, so you need to create a Google Cloud account. It'll give you the setup for your OAuth. You'll have to enable certain APIs, and then you'll be able to get the information you need. So essentially, this is basically like you just need two API keys. You need an ID and a secret. So that's why I said they come in different flavors as far as how you actually enable. A lot of times it will just be an API key, but for all of your different actions in your apps that you want to use, you're going to have to create a credential. And then, but like I said, they're stored. So then at that point, you can see all the different things I've connected to in this account. I have already stored, so I don't have to do that every time. I can just open up an app. So like, let's say we want to go to what's something a little more Airtable. So if I want to take action in Airtable now, I will choose on the thing I want, and then I already have my credential. And I can even set up different credentials in a project or in my n8n instance to link to. So you can link to different email accounts, different Airtable accounts, and you'll keep them saved here. So you only have to do it once, but then you have access into that system, whatever external thing you're trying to access all the time. So I hope that clears some stuff up.